Interesting. Okay, so let's start with the first word.
Dagdva.
Dagdva. So what about Dagdva?
Burnt?
What is
After
Dagdva?
burning.
After burning or
Like
having burned, or sorry, or burning.
burned.
Burning while burning. Okay. So Dagdva. So this is a Kridanta. In English, we call it gerund. So burning or having burnt. So Kridantas are parts of speech in Sanskrit that are made of verbs. And what is the verb here?
The.
Dah. Okay. Dah. And dah means to burn. Dah. Dah plus, that's the suffix tva. Okay. Dah and tva undergo certain transformations, and we get as a result dagdva. Quite an interesting change of letters. Okay, so this is definitely a kriya, a subordinate one. So we can make it red. And next word.
Atmakritya hatakrityam.
Atmakritya hatakrityam. So what words do we recognize there?
The last is krityam.
Okay. So the first word is atma. Atma can mean what?
Self.
By oneself.
Oneself.
Oneself. It can mean the soul, or it can have a reflective pronoun.
Body.
Meaning, yeah, oneself. Okay, oneself. Then kritya.
Oneself.
The
To do
act
something.
by oneself.
Kritya.
Kri is the like activity.
Kritya is
Kritya.
activity, yeah.
It's like Atmana Kritya.
Kritya. Then hata.
Hata is kill.
Yeah, something in
Having part
hata.
of killing or part kills for.
Yeah.
It's a participle, isn't it?
Kritya. Yes, it's a participle. And then it becomes a noun. So kritya means an activity. Again, we have kritya and kritya, two activities. And altogether, this is a compound. This is a samasa. So the whole samasa is a noun, yeah? And noun. It's a bahuvrihi samasa. Bahuvrihi. Okay, I'm just giving you in advance. So we don't have any roots here. What could be the gender and the case here?
2.1.
Masculine.
Masculine, second case singular, or other options?
2.1.
Any other options, just to enumerate all of them?
Neuter.
Yeah, which cases of neuter gender it could be? Neuter. First case singular, second case singular also. Atma hata krityam. And it means, okay, the activity which, okay, let's without the bahuvrihi, just the plain meaning. The activity which was
So your voice is breaking.
yeah, it must be internet issues. So yeah, so the activity which was hata, which was killed, but then you don't kill activities. So hata can have a broader sense of, let's say, the activity which was frustrated. Has everybody heard that?
Not fully.
Okay, the activity that was frustrated, okay, because we don't kill activities. They're not living beings. So hata can mean, can have a broader sense of being, you know, harmed, not always killed to the point that something is dead, but just in general. And again, we have atma kritya, the activity for atma, for oneself. So we'll have to see what it all means. Activity for oneself. Okay, I suggest we just continue and we,
Oh, I have a question.
yeah.
So here, how did you take Atma Kritya, Hatha Krityam together instead of splitting it? I mean, unless the, how do you know it's a whole thing is a
So
samasana?
for example, if it's a, okay, it's the activity which was frustrated by the activity for oneself, or one whose kritya, whose let's say whose task was frustrated, was you know, somehow not accomplished, or yeah, frustrated is good, by an activity for oneself. Okay, so for this we will need the commentaries, which we'll bring in when we will assemble it together. And now let's go on to,
Hatha means it's also being caused for some purpose, like to do something, because it's a participle. It's
yes.
caused,
So
like causative, right?
I'm translating it as frustrated, one whose activity was frustrated, because you can't kill activities. Hatha from han, yeah, to heal, to kill, or to harm, yeah.
Mm. Okay.
And another name, oh sorry, another word is ahan. Ahan. What is ahan?
Is that daily or something?
Ahan is a word for a day, but the problem is that it is an undeclined form, and the declined form of the day would be ahaha. Okay, it's a neuter noun, yeah, but this is not the noun here actually. If it's not a noun, it could be what? Another option?
Verb.
It's a verb.
It's a verb.
It's a verb. And the root could be?
And three, like to kill.
Han. Same verb, yeah, to kill. And this is past tense.
Past tense.
Lung. Okay, killed. Killed. Ahan. Killed. Next, kabandham. Okay, that's a noun.
Noun.
Masculine.
2.1. Masculine.
2.1. Kabandham. Kabandham. We know that there was a cursed, cursed demigod in the form of a man-eating or animal-eating mountain.
Tree.
And he had a very large kind of a vine, vine hands, which he was using to pull anybody passing nearby into his mouth. So Ahan Kabandham also killed the killed Kabandha, yeah. Next, Sakyam. Sakyam is a
noun.
Is a noun. It's a neuter case. Neuter case, and as a neuter case, it could be, there could be only two options for that ending.
1.1 or 2.1.
Yes. So 1.1 or 2.1. And Sakyam means friendship. Next, okay, I have a mistake here. Vidhaya, okay? Sakyam vidhaya. So what is vidhaya here? Anybody has an idea?
Gerund.
Kritva.
Vidhaya, it's a gerund, yeah. Vidhaya. So we'll again have it kridanta gerund. Okay, and the verb is, what's the root?
Dha.
Root is
Dha.
dha, and preceded by an upasarga v, vidhaya, and the ending is actually tva. Tva. So this is the thing. Tva, when tva is added on verbs without a prefix, it remains tva. Like dagdva, there's only tva only changed by sandhi into dva. Okay. Otherwise, you can have like gatva, kritva. Okay. And when the same gerund ending, which makes verbs into gerunds, tva, is applied on the verbs with prefixes, it changes to ya. Okay, it's the same suffix. Yeah, just you have to look whether the verb has a prefix or not. So vidhaya, vidhaya means, so vidha, I'll just show vidha, vidha. That would be a verb to do, make, to bring about, to effect, to accomplish, to perform, to cause, produce. Okay, so vidha. Okay, that's the meaning. So to make. Okay, so friendship, yeah, people make friendship. So, and this is gerund, making or having made. Sorry, having made, yeah. So vidhaya. Next, kapibhir. Kapibhir. Kapibhir.
Third case plural.
Yes, third case plural. Kapibhihi. Ra is a result of sandhi because what follows is a voiced consonant. And we have kapibhi from kapi.
Monkeys. By the monkeys.
Okay. With the monkeys. So here, it's a kapi. Kapi is a masculine, I believe. And third case plural. 3-3. That's yeah. That's an easy ending which you can always spot with the monkeys. Kapibhi. Next, dayita gatim. Gatim. Okay, so gati means movement, or as we had it in the previous verse, destiny or fate. Okay, or dayita gatim. Or it can mean situation also, like gati. It's all extended
Or
meaning.
even the path.
With the path, it can refer to the path. Yeah. So let's take it as a path here. So gati has quite a large array of meanings. So let's see. Gati can mean, yeah, primary one is motion, going, moving. Then there is access, entrance, scope, room, turn, course. Okay, so here we're taking it like a course. Then fate, issue. Oh, okay, that's actually in the sense of Santana. Okay, state, condition, that I was mentioning it. Okay, state and condition. Position, situation, mode of existing. Means, expedient, course, alternative. It could also mean shelter, source, origin. Anyway, it's quite a wide spectrum of meanings, and you judge according to the context. So either the path or situation, okay, of Dayita. Dayita is the beloved, okay. So so we are judging now the last word in the compound. It's feminine, 2-1, 2-1, yeah. So next, Dayita gatim taihi. What about taihi?
It's a pronoun.
Yeah,
Third case
pronoun.
plural.
3-1. 3-3.
Three.
Taihi.
Three.
3-3, yeah. By or with them, we'll decide after. And which gender it is?
Masculine.
Yeah, it could only be.
Masculine.
Yeah, and the feminine, can anybody say the feminine version of the same form?
Abhi.
Tabhihi. Okay, yeah, correct. Tabhihi. Taihi could also mean could also be neuter gender. Okay. Next, Buddha. Okay, we have another kriya here. Secondary. Buddha. Kridanta.
Prabhu, Daita, Gatim, you wrote path or situation of the beloved? Or?
Yes. Of the beloved. Yeah. So next word is Buddha. Buddha.
The Kridanta.
Yeah, Kridanta. And we had very similar, just in the same verse. It's again gerund. Yeah, you can see the similarity even. Buddha and Dagdha. Yeah. 1 second, my cursor is not moving down. Buddha. And what's the verb? What's the root?
Bud.
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 Bud. The meaning of it?
Awakening, enlightening.
Or understanding. To understand.
Understand.
Actually, to understand, to know, yeah, to awaken. So Buddha here. So I think it's connected to the destination or the situation of the beloved. So understanding. Coming to know, okay? Coming to know. Yeah, Buddha. Next. Valini hate, okay? What about Valini?
No, before that, Ata. Ata is.
Oh,
Buddha,
okay.
Ata.
Undeclined. Those who have seen the Avyaya list on the website, it's there. It's, I think, one of the first undeclinable words listed. And it has like 5 or 6 different meanings. So here it would mean then. Anantaram. Like you are narrating a story, and there is a flow of events. So this would be the connecting word. So after that, then happened this, and then happened that. So ata is used in that sense. Then. Now Valini. Valini. What could be Valini?
Vali.
A noun.
Okay, we recognize the word. Yeah, it's a noun, masculine.
Noun.
And the case?
Locative.
Locative. Yes, 7-1. So the actual word is valin, yeah? Valin. I believe it means one who has a tail, yeah? So let's just, yeah, Vali. So Vali. Okay, no, it's a, yeah, they just give the, they just list the name. Let's see the Monier Williams. Vali.
The brother of Shugriva.
Yeah,
Sugriva,
definitely. Yeah.
yes.
I was just, I'm just wondering about the meaning of the name itself. Anyway, let's leave it for now. So Valini, and then
Monir Williams says. Monir
What
Williams says he was son of Indra and was said to derive his name from Bala, hair,
oh,
as being born from the hair of his mother.
okay, so it's okay. Valini. Hate. What is hate?
Kill,
Participle.
Participle.
After being killed,
killed.
Kridanta. Yeah, we have hata. Hata and hate would be locative. Yeah. Kridanta from the verb han. Or han. Plus ta would become hata. Hate. And yeah, it's another saptami. And do you remember from yesterday's verse, there was a specific grammatical construction which we had in yellow color. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Locative absolute.
Locative absolute, yes.
Apaya.
So we have, here we have, again, excellent example of it. We have a kridanta, which, you know, it's a kind of an active kridanta, which is like a verb. And we have a noun connected to it, and both are in saptami, both are in seventh case. So this is a right indication. And most of the times you will see such things side by side. So valini hate, I never seen this kind of locative absolute, both parts of it really taken apart in the verse or staying far away from each other, because then it would be difficult to, you know, connect. So they are mostly side by side. Okay, so hate, then when killed. Okay, so it's a kind of a location in time for the main action. Okay, or for some another action. So we can again color it yellow. Valini hate. Plavagendra Sainyair. Okay, that's interesting. So of course, that is a sandhi. Sainyaihi. And what does Sainya mean?
Army.
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 Yeah. Sainyaihi. Which case?
With the help
Yeah,
of
3-3.
3.3.
Case. Okay. So it could be with or by. Sorry. By or with. With the, now what is that plavagendra? Plavagendra. It's another samasa, yeah?
Plavaga Indra.
Indra.
the best of the monkeys.
Plavaga Indra. So Indra meaning kings.
King of boats.
Plavaga. It's not listed in the dictionary directly, but I'll tell you, even Plavaga is a samasa. We hear, we have ga, okay, one who moves, and plava means a jump, yeah, leap. somebody who moves by jumping. So who is that?
Monkeys.
Monkey.
Yeah.
So plava is, it's not boat, is it?
No. I will show you to you now. So let's see. Okay.
Plavena, sometimes it comes, right?
Yeah. It means, yeah, it could mean that. Where did I have? Okay, plava again. Okay, here. Okay, plavaga. You see, going by leaps or plunges. Okay, which refers to monkeys or a frog. So here it would mean vanaras. So yeah, Gendra Sanyai, and next would be Velam. Velam. Lam. Looks like a feminine noun to me. Okay, noun, feminine. Second case singular. Feminine. 2-1. So Vela. What means Vela? Shore. Shore. Velam. And why it's a second case? Because it is probably a
Two.
yeah, an object. Yeah. So
So,
it's not responding again. Okay, let's refresh the page. Okay, so to the shore. To the shore. Next, agat. Agat.
it's a verb.
Yeah.
Oh, because of agat only it is to the shore, right? Otherwise,
Yeah. In English, it's called the indirect object. Okay, went to, going to. So in English, you add that to preposition.
but with any other verb, it won't be to, right?
Yeah, it could be
If it's a
without
destination,
to.
if it's a destination, then it would be
Yeah. For other
place.
verbs, yeah, like he ate a fruit. So then you don't need to. So verb. What's the verb? The root.
Agat, agam.
Gum.
Gum.
And it's a past tense. Lung. The most difficult one to understand and to learn. And this is 1-1. First case, singular. How it's first case singular? How do I know it? Well, you need to be familiar with these things. It's not easy. Verbs are not easy. There are 10 classes of verbs, 10 types of verbs in Sanskrit. And ganas, they're called ganas. Okay, and for each gana there are specific rules. Okay, how they are conjugated, and there are 10 tenses. And in each tense, you have 2 sets of endings, parasmaipada and atmanepada. So it's a whole universe.
Sometimes there are also
Ubhaya, ubhaya pada. So verbs, it's like a whole universe in Sanskrit grammar that you just need to slowly understand. But instead of being intimidated by the whole vastness of that of all the endings, just start learning the endings for beginning. Okay, tiptas anti siptas tha pamvama. Okay, that's the huge advantage. Even if you just know the endings, you will be able to recognize many verbs just by the endings, even if you don't know all the rules of conjugation and all the 10 ganas. Just by knowing the endings, you will be able to kind of it will lead you to the right direction. So start today.
How is the easy way to memorize those things?
Sorry.
What is the easy way to memorize those things?
There is no easy way. It's just you have to repeat every day. When we were when we were studying grammar, we were memorizing the grammar sutras, and yeah, in Jiva Goswami's grammar there is about 3,500 sutras or 4,000 sutras. Yeah, so we didn't memorize all of them. We memorized like you know 1,200, 1,300, the most essential ones. And it was like, it was just a drill, daily drill, and then your memory muscle grows. And just
So how did you do the daily drill? Like you repeat?
yeah, daily
like
drill. We used to have like a roommate with whom we used to study, and then we would recite the sutras to each other. Okay, now we would sit down in front of each other. Okay, recite to me the Nama Sutras, and then he would go, okay, recite to me the Akyata Sutras, the verb sutras, and then he would, and that was fun. We even had a competition of who can recite the sutras faster without pausing in between, like kind of bringing it from the memory. So it was amazing time, yeah, and it was fun. So yeah,
So how much time did it take for you to memorize the 1,200 words?
well, this was two-year course, yeah.
Okay.
So within that period, and yeah, you just have to hang them visually around you, all these endings tables. For example, you know, put one in the kitchen, put one somewhere in the living room, wherever you you know, look at the place in the room that kind of catches your eyes most, you can do that. We had students who had their you know, sutra lists hanging in the bathroom. It was like
You still have that list which you
incredible.
memorized?
Sorry.
You still have that list, like whatever you memorized?
I don't remember all of them. I can't recite them to you now from the memory, but whenever I open and I kind of know them, I'm very familiar with all of them because once upon a time I knew them by heart. So
No, maybe you can give that list in the website. And
yeah, but you see, unless you have the full book of grammar, it's of no use, because what I'm giving, I'm just giving the tables, okay, the results of the sutras, the final forms, okay, and that you can memorize. You don't need to memorize the grammar sutras to know the grammar. You can memorize just the forms and just be familiar with them. That's fine. Of course, if you want to know grammar deeper, I think you can't skip going through the traditional Sanskrit grammar. You can take Panini, you can take Jiva Goswami's Harinamamrita Vyakarana, and there are a few more grammatical systems. But to really know things in depth, that's the way. But just to be able to, you know, understand the verses, you can, yeah, accomplish that just by being familiar with the forms. Okay, so plugin sa velam agat samanujo. Okay, sa.
Saha.
That's a pronoun. Yeah. Pronoun. What's the pronoun?
Subject.
What's the original form of the pronoun? Saha. It's the masculine. Tad. Yeah. The actual pronoun is tad, and when it's declined in masculine one, it becomes saha. Feminine is sa, and neuter is tad. Neuter remains like that.
Tad.
Yeah. And saha, he. Okay. Sometimes you can translate it a bit differently, and we will understand now why. manujo. Okay. Samanujo.
Also Sandhi.
Manujaha.
Manujaha.
That human being, literally. Okay. Noun. Masculine. 1-1. Yeah. Then next, aja. Yeah, again, apostrophe stands for the deleted a. So we have aja. In Devanagari, it would be avagraha. Bhavar chitangrihi. Bhavar chitangrihi. So it's a samasa, definitely. Let's do each individual word. So aja, what is aja?
Unborn.
Unborn.
Unborn. And it refers specifically often to Brahma. Okay.
Brahma.
Unborn, even though he was born, but his birth was, like he didn't have like everyone else, mother and father, material mother and father. So he's called unborn. Next word we see bhava.
Materialization.
Bhava could mean a huge list of things, but I just see that once Brahma is mentioned, then if Bhava is mentioned after, then it refers to Shiva. Aja Bhava, and then the next word is
Archita.
Archita meaning
Worship.
worshipped. It's a kridanta from the arch dhatu, and archita means worshipped, passive sense. Okay, and the last word is angrihi, food. Okay, so food. Let's see the gender of food of angry.
Angrihi.
Yeah, it's a masculine word. Okay, so the whole compound is in masculine case. 1-1. Okay, so yeah, as you say, food, we can just say feet. Yeah, which are
So
worshipped.
3.3.
Angrihi, sorry. 1.1, because the word is angri, so angrihi, like hari, harihi.
Oh, okay.
And
usually it's given in like angrayaha, right? It's angrihi, like 1 feet or something.
angri is one. Yeah, now we will understand why it's in singular. So anyway, whatever it is, the foot or the feet which are worshipped by Brahma and Shiva. So, and why it's in singular? Because we are not talking about the foot or the feet. We are talking about somebody having them. So one whose feet are worshipped by. So this is the meaning. And how do we call this type of samasa?
Bahuvrihi.
Bahu vrihi. Okay, we are not talking about directly about the things mentioned in this samasa, but somebody who either has them or does them. That's the meaning. And bahuvrihi in itself, by the way, means bahu means many or much, and vrihi means rice grain. So bahuvrihi, a lot of rice grains. So now we can speak about a lot of rice grains, that's fine, but the meaning indicates one who has lots of rice grains. Bahuvrihi yasya saha. Okay, one who has lots of rice grains. So the term that is used to indicate this type of samasa in itself is that samasa. So bahuvrihi. So okay, let's do the assembling part. we have verbs. We have a direct verb actually, agat. Okay.
Agat.
Yeah. Agat, came. Came where? Let's take the object.
Velam.
To the shore. Came to the shore. Let's leave some space.
Saha.
Yeah.
Manujaha. The
Yeah,
subject.
that is the object. I'll just minimize these things. Came to the shore. Give it a or object. What do you use? Okay, came to the shore. And Saha Manujaha. So what is more direct? Saha or Manujaha?
Saha.
He,
Manujaha.
the
Manujaha.
human being. Or yeah, I think Manujaha. So even though we are talking about Rama, his purpose was to come as a human being and show, you know, how a dharmic king would behave, and with all the human-like behavior in different situations. So, and therefore, when we have Saha, oh, why did it go? Connector.
He who.
Okay, yeah.
Like
So Saha meaning he. So very often in English, especially in a situation like this, when you have a more direct noun, Saha you just translate as that. That. That human being. And this is a connector. Okay, next. Do we have any other visheshanas or adjectives for Manujaha here? That,
Ajabava Architambrahi.
oh, yes.
Achitangiri.
Yeah, correct. So that's how we find them. Adjectives share the gender, the number, the case of the object. Okay, so one Manujaha, that Manujaha whose feet are worshipped by Brahma and Shiva, and that's all I think. Yeah. So he came to the shore. Let's connect all other words. Dagdva, okay, as a secondary kriya.
Aha.
Sorry, ahan. Yeah. Thank you. Ahan. Yeah, I just lost it because we didn't color it. So ahan, thank you. So he killed.
Also Budva.
Yeah, 1 second. He killed. Kabandha. Yeah, he killed Kabandha. Han Kabandham. That's another.
Object.
Yeah.
What is Kabandha meaning, Prabhu?
Kabandha.
Name
Literally. I don't know. I just know it as the name of that monster mountain.
Oh, I see.
Kabandha. We can just have a look. Kabandha. Kabandha. Here you have it as a adjective. Oh no. Amen. Yeah. A big barrel or cask, a large bellied vessel. A belly. Kabandha means belly sometimes. or a headless trunk shaped like a barrel. So yeah, I think the name kind of describes the appearance of that personality, how it was looking. A huge, kind of a mountain-like belly. So he killed Kabandha, and now we have this secondary, or
Budva Prabhu. Budva.
yeah, Buddha and Dagdha we have here. So where do we connect? Ahan. I think let's connect Dagdha to Ahan, just because they're next to each other. So
No,
yeah,
Prabhu, this would be connected to Atmakritya Hatakrityam. Because this is a different pastime
1 second.
and that's a different one.
Yeah, but Dagdva cannot be by itself. It's not these gerunds. They don't have the
Okay.
power to be.
After doing something. Okay.
Yeah. Having done something,
Okay.
okay. So therefore, we actually, since it's a perfect, past perfect, we will leave that meaning. Having burned now. Rama burned one person. And that was Jatayu.
Yeah,
So we are
Jatayu.
coming back to here to this Atma Kritya Hatakrityam. So I have researched Krityam. One commentator defines this last Krityam as Paurusham, one who's how do you say, whose might,
Masculinity.
whose power, whose might, Paurusham, ability, was frustrated, was cut down, hata, by Atmakritya, by the task
Deeds.
for oneself. And that Atmakritya is explained as being the his battle with Ravana when he was kidnapping Sita. So he took it upon himself to save Sita. So this was his Atmakritya. This was his Kritya for himself. Yeah. And then by that, his second Kritya, which refers to his Paurusha, his ability, yeah, was cut down, or was frustrated, was I don't know, like some words are like not ready in my mind, but this is what it means. Now I looked in the commentaries, and some Bhāgavatam readings, they have Gridram. Okay, and Gridra, if you know vocabulary, Gridra means vulture. So I actually like more this reading because it's more direct. So Atmakritya Hata Gridram, the vulture who was killed by doing his task. Okay, even though most of the readings list Kritya, some commentators have the reading Gridra, and this sounds to me much more natural, actually. So anyhow, however it is, I need to refresh the page. So that would be what it will be in connection to Dagdha. Which role it will play?
Ram performed the final, like burning his body.
Grammatically, how do we call it?
Accusative.
Yeah, it's an object
The object.
of Dagdha. Dagdha. So let's color it as an object. Green. Yeah, object. Dagdha. So Dagdha, Kritya Ahanka Bandham Sakyam Vidhaya. Okay, let's connect, I suggest, all other gerunds to the second verb. I mean, there is no strict like rule that you must connect it to this or that verb. It's just whatever, judging the proximity and the meaning. So vidhaya. Where is our vidhaya on the okay, I found it. Vidhaya.
It's connected to ahan here, right?
Agat.
Agat.
Uh-huh. 1 second. So first Rama killed Kabandha, and then Kabandha told him about where to find Sugriva, according to the story. Sakyam vidhaya kapibhir, sakyam vidhaya kapibhir, ahan kabandam.
Yeah,
I
he
think.
made friendship with the monkey.
Yeah, I think let's connect vidhaya to agat. Okay, just as it is now. Vidhaya with monkeys, friendship. Okay. Vidhaya sakyam, first of all. Sakyam is another object here. Sakyam. Kapibhi. Okay. Friendship with the monkeys. So this is just like a sahartha. The meaning of tritiya, meaning together, friendship with, okay? It's called sahartha in Sanskrit. Saha. Kapibhi saha sakyam vidhaya, okay? Tvaya saha sakyam vidadhami, okay? I make friendship with you, like that. Kapibhi dayita gatim taihi.
The thing is,
Okay, so what about dayita gatim? The state or the path or...
to know the situation of the beloved.
Yeah, where do we connect it? That dayita gatim.
Buddha.
Buddha, okay, to understanding. And that has its separate connection to the main verb, I guess. Let's just move it a bit. Move it a bit, move it. It's nice about this whiteboard because you can move things, and these lines, they move also. Yes, linked. Okay, Buddha, Daita Gatim. Okay, the path or the situation, the condition. Yeah, I think that, yeah, could be the condition. His beloved. What about Taihi? Taihi is
With-
connected with
by
the monkey.
with the help of with the monkey.
Understand. He understood
Yes,
with them.
I also think that with them, or so what's the usage of tritiya is here?
Saha.
Along with
Along with, possible, I would suggest the karana, instrumental.
Instrument.
Okay,
Yeah,
so Rama understood,
know with the
you know, like through, they served as an instrument because he sent them around to search. Yeah. And then next, atha buddha.
thereafter.
So vidhaya and buddha atha. Atha can sort of connect the two.
No, it is the later Prabhuji, what comes after that, isn't it? After Buddha.
Okay, yeah. So, true. Atha agat. So Atha is somewhere here then. Atha agat. And
Valini hate. Hate. Valini.
okay. Now Budvata Valini hate. So when Vali was killed, what happened when Vali was killed? Where do we connect Valini hate?
Agat.
Yeah, I think to Agat. Yeah. So we'll just move this a bit on the side. Yeah. Oh, this becomes really like some micro scheme for the computers. So yeah. So it provides it gives a location for another kriya. Yeah, this locative absolute. That's why it's in Saptami. Now remaining is
Plavaga Indra sign.
Lavagendra Sainyaihi. So
He went to the shore with the monkey.
yes, I also think came with. So this is a Sahartha. Together with them, he came. Okay, so moving all that up. Moving all that up. Okay. And here it is. Yes. Thank you all. Finally we did. So yeah, this verse seems to be a bit more complicated. Why? Because I'll just zoom out a bit. Why? Because we have 4 kriyas we have here. 2 of them are proper verbs, ahan and agat, and 3 more are there which are gerunds like dagdva, vidhaya, buddhva. Plus we have 1 locative absolute which is also kind of a kriya, hate. So you can say 6 kriyas are there. So Manuja, that you can say human-like Rama, whose feet are worshipped by Brahma and Shiva, having burnt Jatayu, the vulture, who was killed, on his personal mission, Atmakritya. He killed Kabandha. That Manuja killed Kabandha, and came to the shore of the ocean, having previously made friendship with the monkeys, and then having coming to know
Arranged with the help of,
coming to know of the condition or of the path, situation, location, whatever, of his beloved, with that instrumental here to know, how can we say,
thereafter.
with their help, because
them
we can say, you see, instrumental in Sanskrit,
by the means of.
yeah, instrumental actually, it's like with their help,
Through them.
yeah, through them. Yeah, coming to know through them. Okay, through them. So when all that happened, yeah, he came to the ocean when Vali was killed,
With
when
the
Vali was
army
already
of
killed.
monkeys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with the armies of monkeys.
to the shore.
Yeah, he came to the shore. So when you translate, you need to first understand this, what we have on the screen, and then you have to break it down into pieces and arrange it in another language in a conventional way. Otherwise, it sounds quite mechanical and
Overwhelming.
yeah. But anyway, this is the purpose of this room. We want to understand the mechanics, how things are connected. That's why we are being super literal here. Anyway, I'm reading the translation by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada from the Bhāgavatam. So that's verse 12. Okay. Lord Ramachandra, whose lotus feet are worshipped by Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, had assumed the form of a human being. Boom. Full stop. So he just, first sentence is just, he conveyed this part. Manujaha saha ajabhavarchitangrihi. That's enough for one sentence. Then, thus he performed the funeral ceremony of Jatayu, who was killed by Ravana. Okay, without going into much details, you know, that Dagdva Atma Kritya Hatakrityam. Okay. The Lord then killed the demon named Kabandha, Ahan Kabandham. And after making friends with the monkey chiefs, what is that? Okay, Vidhaya Sakyam Kapibhihi, killing Vali, Hate Valini, and arranging for the deliverance of Mother Sita. Okay, Buddha Daitagatim. Okay, arranging for the deliverance of Mother Sita. Yeah, that's from literal, like coming to know of her situation and making all the plans, you know, that's kind of what's implied. He went to the beach of the ocean. Okay. So this is the verse. Any questions?
Prabhuji, so just one question.
Translate.
Atma Kritya Atam Hata Krityam, right? So how did you recognize that altogether are one compound rather than separate words?
I see the ending. I don't see any ending on Atma. I don't see any ending on Kritya. I don't see any ending on Hata. I can see the ending on Krityam.
So sometimes this sandhi can be hidden there, right? Hataha or Atmaha.
Well, I know that Atmaha can never possibly be there. I know that Krityaha cannot be possibly there, because if there was a Visarga, it would stay in case of Atma. In case of Kritya, it would be Krityo. I mean, I'm just conjecturing theoretically, yeah? If there was some kind of noun that ends in S, Hatas or something, then they Visarga would have stayed, because it's not, you know, it's a part of the word. So I can just logically, by eliminating all the impossibilities, I can understand that there is no any ending on these words. And there is only one ending on Krityam. So therefore, everything before it is within that one compound. So it's kind of a, you know the endings and you know the Sandhi rules. These two, if you master these two things, everything will become really so clear to you. Because it will, you know, equip you with all the a range of possibilities and options, and then judging on the sounds, which letters are there, you know, which sounds are there, you can understand that, okay, here something could have been deleted, here there is no ending, and in this way you gradually kind of unwind all that puzzle.
Thank you.
Very nice verse. Very, I mean, grammatically, it's also very interesting. And yeah, we have finally the Vanaras, and today is Hanuman Jayanti. So wish you all the best for this auspicious day of Hanuman Jayanti. And yeah, any other last questions before we stop the session? All right. So yeah, just to kind of sum up the session, maybe Manohara Prabhu, if you don't mind, would you just in a couple of words introduce yourself to the rest of the group?
Hare Krishna, everybody. My name is Mano Haradas. I am from Italy. I live in Italy, and I joined the Hare Krishna movement in the late 90s. I had the chance to be in Govardhan while Gopi Parananda Prabhu was starting this Srimad Bhāgavatam Vidya Pitam. So I met Nityananda Prabhu there in 2005. And I had the chance to appreciate his brilliance as a student. And then after some years, I couldn't stay there. So I went occasionally there. And after some years, I could appreciate his abilities as a teacher. So I'm very glad he is promoting these classes, which are just like those made by Gopi Paranadhana Prabhu back in Govardhan in this time. By profession, I am a teacher, and right now we are just locked down in Italy. So it's about 1 month that we are staying at home. So I really appreciate the chance that we have to listen to Srimad Bhagavatam together like this.
Thank you. And you are teaching a very interesting subject.
Yeah, I'm teaching history of Indian music, ethnomusicology, and anthropology of music in a conservatory here in Italy.
Yeah, very nice. We are very happy to have you with us, Manohar Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Nityananda.
Yeah. All right. So tomorrow is Friday, and yeah, we'll continue with this chapter. Okay, thank you all so much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Sri Ramachandra Vijayate Taram. Hare Krishna, Namo Namaha.
Hare Bol.
Thank you very much. Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, somebody was still asking me here. Anamai is not. Oh, okay, you're not anymore here. Okay, fine. No problem.